Now let's start working on the table properties. We have seen all the table properties in the HTML sessions, but we'll look at how CSS could apply these styles to an external CSS on a table. So I'm going to create a folder. I've already created the hello world. So I'll open the hello world. So inside the hello world, let me create a HTML file. Call it table.html. Then I'll create a style file, an external style inside style folder. So I've linked the style sheet now. Let me have a table. So first the row, the heading. So a list of student names. John could be from New York. Then we'll have Vikram. Vikram could be from Chicago. Let's see how this file looks without any styles applied. So this is how it looks. No border, no lines. Let me try to have a border, but this time I'm not going to use any class selector. When you could also use a class selector, but the very purpose of this example is to show you how to apply CSS properties to table. So it doesn't matter if I use a class selector or a element selector. So I'm going to apply a border, which is width, style, and color. So I just applied it to the table, not to the cells. So the cell and heading I have applied now. The border has been applied. So this is how I group the selectors. So I can have all three elements, or I could even group class names. So grouping you could do for class names, or even element selectors, or even ID selectors, or even a mix of all three. Doesn't matter. So when I say border won't be a solid black, so this is applied for the table and the TH and the TD. Now, do you really think that this is the right way to show borders? I mean, the borders doesn't look nice. So the reason for that is the border for student name is separate, the location is separate. It doesn't looks like a Excel. I mean, the kind of user experience or visual experience you get from Excel, we don't see that here. So what we do is we can add a property called border collapse. Now, when you say border collapse is collapse, those borders get merged. So if two borders are close to each other, they were merged. So that's what you see here. Those borders are merged, or the duplicate border has been removed. I believe uh, the other, I mean, only one border being existing is the right way to say than the duplication or the merge. So now the table looks nice, but table, I mean, if you look at it, it looks nice. It looks very organized and all that. But then table is something that web designers, front end developers don't use at all. There is a reason for it. We'll see that in the future videos.